Thank you.
Thanks for joining us. Where were you born?
In Bukom.
You were born in Bukom?
Yeah, Bukom.
So how was your beginning like?
Well, it's not easy. You know, like Bukom always like fights all over. You know, when I was 6 years, I used to play soccer. And 6 years, and there's this guy called John. Yeah. He was a boxer and he was beating everybody. He was very good. So I told the coach that I wanted to fight this guy, and they put the gloves on me, and the guy beat me bad. So after the fight, I vomit. So after the vomit, I started training, and I decided to, beat him.
You wanted to beat him back?
I wanted to beat him back before maybe if I was stop boxing, I was stop boxing. But when I beat him, I realized that, oh, okay, this is what I can do. Then I started training, and I became a boxer.
I've heard many people talk about how you are so good with the football. Why did you not do football?
Well, you know, in this life, sometimes I believe in Allah. Whatever Allah chooses for you, sometimes it's what you're gonna do. I used to play soccer, but at the end of the day, I ended up being a boxer. Being a boxer, I became a world champion, and I fought the best guys out there. So I think I have to give thanks to Almighty Allah.
If you're not a boxer, what would you be?
Well, I'm very... No, I think even if I'm not in sports, I'm very, very brilliant guy in school. Yeah. I used to be first or second. I only complete JSS, but I understand what you say. Maybe I can say what I can say because it's like you have to be smart. You have to learn. Even if you finish your masters, you still have to learn in life. You see, so we have life knowledge and educational knowledge. Yeah. So I think I have all. So I thank God.
What was your upbringing like?
Well, it's very, very tough because I remember my father was very, very poor, and we were staying in a place called Akotolante, and we have 1 bedroom. So my father would send me to go and borrow money from somebody called Agonu. So when we borrow the money, maybe 20 cedis, and we will come and buy gari and fried fish. Then we all sit down together. That time, you know, when they made the gari, they put the fish on top. Yes. So we all chop together. After that, we will just sweep the floor and we put a mat on the floor. And my father would sleep on the bed, then we sleep on the floor. I remember that thing. How
many siblings do you have?
Well, we five siblings. I'm the third. But in my father's side, we only 2, me and my brother, Emmanuel Clottey.
Okay. Emmanuel Clottey, it's your younger brother?
Yeah, he's my senior brother.
Your senior brother, actually?
Yeah, I'm the younger one. Not the footballer.
Not the footballer, okay.
Emmanuel Clottey, he's also a boxer.
Oh, okay. So, talk to me, how were you able to stand out within these difficulties and succeed in your boxing career? Well,
this is how it is. You know, in the first place, you have to know where you come from. You are poor, you have to admit it. You are poor. If you come from rich family, you know that you come from rich family. So far as you come from poor background, you always have to think. Even if when you're making the money, you always have to think that, you know what, this is where I come from. So I have to do this and I have to do that. Let me tell you something. When I fought with Manny Pacquiao, I make the money that I make, you know, it was all about this percentage thing. And whatever that I make. I remember when I was coming from US, after the fight, I was coming from US, I have almost like $170,000 on me. But I was sitting in economy class. See, I did not buy business or kind of that. So it's because I know where I come from. When I make the money I bought houses in East Legon. Because you have to know where you come from. You know? Everybody, when you started making that kind of money or started fighting, you started becoming more popular, the women, they're always going to be there. But you have to do whatever you do in a wise way, you see. So sometimes it's about you, you know. I'm still fine and I'm still good, but I'm still living around Bukom.
Because you grew up in Bukom, so definitely that's your place. So what motivates you?
Well, what motivates me sometimes, I feel like I have to make it, you know. It's not about, I wasn't thinking about the money, but I wanted to make it, you know, because I dropped out from school. So me being a boxer, I have to make sure that I become a world champion. Because if I don't be a world champion, that means I failed the whole Joshua Clottey. But drop out from school, becoming a boxing world champion is more or less like a master degree. Yeah. So I never feel ashamed of dropping from school.
Why did you drop out of school?
Well, because I was very, very good in amateur. The guys were there, Achu was there, Joshua Nkrumah was there, Tijani was there. I beat all of them in amateur. I was very, very, like 15 years. Yeah. And I was beating them. So I got a chance of entering into the national team, the Black Bombers. And they said we were traveling to Nigeria for IBA game. So I weighed the games and the school. The school, I'm paying school fees, and my father even don't have money to pay the school fees, and sometimes it's very, very hard. And this going to me going to the games, I'll make $24. So I realized $24 is huge.
And around that time?
Yeah, that was 1993.
That's some huge money.
Huge money. So I said, school, go wait for me, I'll come. So I went to the IBA games. I won bronze. When I won bronze, we came back to Ghana and we went to Sierra Leone. We fought one of their presidents, Rasa, the former president, called us there. We went there, we fought, I won gold medal. So I realized that, let me forget about the school. So I started concentrating on boxing. It works.
But I could have combined the school and then the boxing.
Well, no, I will not do that. Because, listen, I used to do that around, after the school, I put my uniform in my pocket.
Oh, okay.
So I ran from Awusagom to the gym, Bukum. So it's like that. But when I travel to IBA games in Nigeria, I realized that no, let's go off.
What did your father say?
Well, poor father. So far as I'm just doing good in boxing. The thing is, I beat the guys. Those that they are in the team before I came, I beat all of them in the team. So it was like let the boy fight because he's doing very well, Mr. Rukwaku. Yeah. He came on board and started helping us with outfit and the money. So we realized that where we are is good. It's not only me, including my brother too. So we just have to concentrate on boxing. But so far as it was me becoming a world, I won national title, West Africa title, ABC African title. Yeah. I went to America. I won NABC. I won IBF International. I won WBA International, and I won IBF World title. I'm a graduate in boxing. So,
graduate in boxing?
Yeah, so it's the same thing as that.
but tell me, quick one, because I had a conversation with Larry Kingston on this very show. And Larry Kingston was telling me about the early days growing up, how he used to spar with you. And
yeah, let me tell you a story about him. I'm not sure Larry Kingston knows about what I'm going to say. But he was the one that motivated me that I started building a house.
Wow.
Yeah, because there was a time we were standing at the high street. Okay. And he said, he's going to a site. And he wanted to buy Kenki. Yes. To take it to the site and give it to the guys that they're working for.
Yes.
I felt like, wow, this guy really said something. So I started thinking, wow, the guy said he's going to a site. It makes good, going to a site. That means he's building a house. Yeah. So when I fought with Margarito, I make, the fight was $100,000. They took whatever they have to take. I got $57,000. The only thing that is in my mind.
It means that $43,000 went to other expenses.
Yeah, the 10% goes to the trainer, 33% to the manager. So the 57, the only thing in my mind is to build the house, go to sites because of what like say. So I think I left $10,000 in my account in US. I brought the rest to Ghana. Yeah. I bought a land in one guy called Salenko. Yeah. I bought the land. It was almost more or less like a 2 plot, but it wasn't complete 2 plot. I bought the land 100 million.
That's like 10,000 cities.
Yes. So when I bought the land, I started building. I gave one guy called he's a contractor. I forget his name. I called him that, you know what? I have 500 million old currency. I wanted to build a house.
Yeah.
And the guy said, okay, you charge me $500,000, 500 million for the whole building.
The whole house. Okay.
So I said, okay, in that case, I have 300 million. I'll give it to you. So I
will top you up the 200 million
later.
Okay.
So I gave the 300 million to him. He started building the house for me. I was so happy that I started building a house. I'll go to the site.
You're going to move away from one bedroom with the
exactly the
your own house.
Mm-hmm.
I can imagine.
So I was very happy. Even that thing came to when I was HBO was making some video of me. They came to Ghana.
They were putting together a documentary of you.
A documentary of me. They put the house in their documentary because I was building a house. So I was very, very happy that I was doing it. And then at the end of the day, when the house got to a certain level, I did not get it because I lost to Margarito. Yeah. So it's kind of hard. And the promoters too, they decided to give me $30,000 fights. So the $30,000 fight, the manager is taking 33%. 10% to the trainer.
That's 43% gone.
Yeah, exactly.
So $30,000, how much is left?
Well, sometimes I got like 15,000, 12,000. And I always like, if I have 10,000, I'll come to Ghana, change it, put like maybe 50 million in there. Because I said I wanted to build a house. And where I come from, there is nothing. And I know my father is poor or poorer. I wanted to change that thing to, make it at least stable, sound mind, where you can get the money to take care of your family. I changed it. I've changed it. I'm very, very okay now. Forget about you, don't hear me in social media. That is me. I don't like it. I don't like people talking about me. I don't like people doing all this taking photo. I don't like it. I felt like I wanted to get money to take care of my family and but stay in a humble life, in a easy place.
Because you're from a humble home.
Is that?
I say you're from a humble home. You're from a humble beginning. So
exactly.
You have to remain humble no matter where you get to.
Mm-hmm. Some people, they don't. You can't ship a woman from US or maybe Italy, London to Ghana because of just, sorry to have used that word, sex. If you're doing that, your money will not stay. That is one thing that makes sportsmen go broke. When you're doing those things,
did anything like that?
No, I don't do those things. I don't do that thing. I don't even ship you from Kumasi to Accra because of one sex.
You are very loyal to the Jamestown.
Yeah. No, not really. Trust me. Trust me. Somebody wanted me to write a book.
Yes.
And
which is very critical. I was actually even going to ask that.
I don't want to write it because all those things, controversies and all kind of that, answering the questions or all kind of that, I'm a type of a person who don't want to answer a question. I wanted to be in where I'll feel comfortable. When you write a book, there are so many celebrities that I have dated. So when you write a book and women are all kind of gonna come in, then they mention what gonna be.
But Joshua, just a quick one. You decide the story to tell, right? Mm-hmm. Now you're telling me about your background. It's not every single information you give to me. There are certain information you feel that no, because there are certain things that you will go to your grave with. So if you're writing a book, it's not everything you put in that book. But
somebody was never gonna write you because so that's when you are like I fought with Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah.
Right.
I'll come to that man because.
And I fought with Manny Pacquiao. 30 years I'm getting now, but it will be surprised that 2023 I bought a Range Rover Velar because I am smart. Because I feel like where I live is very, very comfortable. So people will definitely gonna ask you why people that you have mingled with, you have to, what happened? And you're still standing. And I fought only 2 fights. Only 2 fights to make money.
2.
Only 2 fights.
Out of almost 57
2
fights?
fights. 2 fights that we're talking about money, only 2 fights. Miguel Cotto and Manny Pacquiao. And even that.
What about the other fights? It's not 47. Almost
that is like $80,000, $100,000.
$10,000, $20,000.
Oh, $30,000. And they're taking 33%, 10% to the trainer, paying tax in America. So end of the day, you pay the second trainer, you pay Cartman. But Cotto fight was $750,000. Margarito Pacquiao fight was 1.350 and a pay-per-view. You see, so everything, almost like more than 50%, but I'm still living. Because the way I'm living a humble life. It's not about this celebrity thing, not kind of that. It doesn't, to me, I don't believe in those things.
I think Larry Kingston has made a really great impact in your life. I know one day he was also speaking so well of you. He spoke about how the two of you were...
We used to be very good friends.
Yeah, he mentioned it actually. This very show that I'm talking about, I had Larry Kingston, he was talking about how he was sparring with you when you were growing up as kids and all that.
Yeah.
Were you a street fighter too? He said he was a street fighter.
Yeah. If not...
He said, Jamestown, if you don't fight, you will not survive.
Yeah. That's how Buko is. About fighting all of that. Even if you go there around 6 years, 5 years, they fight each other. That's how the neighborhood is. You see, so if not because of boxing, I can fight. Street fights.
Boxing has humbled you.
Yeah, boxing has humbled me. And the last time that I threw my hand on somebody, because the person hit me first, I won him. He hit me again. I realized that we in football, he hit me again because we used to pray a lot. He hit me for the 3rd time. So when he hit me first one, I won. The second time I won. Then the 3rd one, when he hit me, the second one when he hit me, I come up, I hit me a little bit. That was the first time in my life.
And what happened? And what happened to that little bit?
Well, the little bit maybe it make you learn. I don't know what happened, but it make you learn because at the end of the day, you don't do that.
You're a professional fighter.
Yeah, but he hits me we playing soccer, and he hits my face, and I want him stop that thing. I'm older than you, and we are not on the same level. So if I'm playing soccer with you and you hit me next time, you won't gonna get it free. And we play Abuko, and he hits me again. So I realized that he don't respect.
Yeah.
And he's gonna hit me 3rd time. So I retaliate. So that was the first and last time.
So did you land him on the ground?
Oh no, like like when I was like I bowed my head down. Yeah. So as I was coming up, then he do like this. So when I wake up like this, then I felt the point. Then me too, I do pop pop pop. So like that. That one I did that because I want him to know that you don't do that to a boxer. But what happened was that we just talk about it, we said it, I called him, I told him they shouldn't do that. Now we fight.
And it could even put you in trouble for fighting a civilian.
Well, it's not a fight. I did not fight. I'm not fighting him.
But people, it depends on how the narrative would go. Sometimes you cannot control the narrative. They will tell you, Joshua Clottey went to the football field instead of going there to play football.
He did. People talk about it, but you know, those that they knows me that I'm no troublemaker.
Yeah, you're not that kind of person.
I don't really go out. I don't do certain things. Trust me, I don't do certain things. I used to go to club. I don't know the last time in 10 years I went to club. I don't do all those things. I feel like I'm still have to be disciplined as Joshua Clottey. So I still sleep like the time I used to sleep when I was in boxing.
Active in boxing?
Yeah, 9:30 I have to be at home. Whatever happens at home, whatever happens I sleep. By 10:30, 11 I sleep. That's how I am.
Let me come back to the book aspect. If you write a book, Joshua, the younger generation, the unborn generation, when they grow up, they will know that there was one man called Joshua Clottey, whose life impacted many people within his neighborhood. And they can learn and follow on that path. If
well, I'll
have
do
a
it.
Book, you want to do it?
I'll do it.
Give him 5.
I'll do it. Because he said I'll do it. I'll call the guy to come, I'll do it. Initially I was thinking, but I'll do it.
Yeah,
he said the same thing.
Yeah, you have to get something like that.
I will. I think, and I have a lot of stories
to share.
I have a lot to share because
you just talked about how you lived you lived in the same room, one bedroom for that matter, with many other people, then you sit around the same boat. But
and even look, I think the most motivated one too is, I used to live in East Legon. I have a house in East Legon. I have a house in Wager. And I used to live in East Legon because you were all over. You wanted to be too low. Yeah. You bought a house in East Legon. You live in East Legon.
So I'm no longer from Jamestown anymore. I'm now
in East Legon. If you talk about, I live in East Legon. And I guess to a time, I have 6 bedrooms, swimming pool and everything. I was paying people just to watch the swimming pool, but nobody swim. And 4 bedroom was there that nobody was sleeping
in it.
In that room. I was there with my guy. So I told him, like, you know what? Let me volunteer money and fix the Wager place nice. Then I'll move to there. So I have almost $30,000, and I changed everything complete there. I make it the way I wanted to make it, and I moved from East Legon to Wager.
And what happened to the house at East Legon?
I rented it. That's why I'm comfortable. Because you see, it's a motivation.
Another source of revenue for you. Yes, because
I have to. I will.
You'll have to do it.
You know, there are so many people that they call themselves celebrities. They are in deep trouble. But because it's kind of very hard.
They're shiny outside?
Yeah, exactly. This kind of very hard.
It's not comfortable.
They are not fine. they are going through many pains. But sometimes it's up to you to stand on your toe, to move and do what you think is best for you. Where I was living, I am fine. It's 4 bedroom suites. My room is very, very big, because at the end of the day, one room you're gonna stay in. You don't even sleep in the whole room. The other room is still balls and the jerseys are sleeping there, because I'm still living with one person. And at the end of the day, the compound and everything is okay. And I have what give me food.
Yeah.
What else again? At the end of the day, we're gonna die.
If you just joined us here on Prime Take, we are speaking to Joshua Clottey, a former world champion, sharing with us his life story. One big revelation he just gave us is that he'll be writing a book, and that book should be an interesting book for anyone out there, even the unborn generation, to want to read and know the story of the man who once lived in a single bedroom house with his siblings and the entire family, but built mansions. Joshua, talk to me about your fights. What was the most difficult fight that you've ever had?
We just talked about this thing this afternoon. It was Gutierrez. It's not Margarito, it's not Cotto, it's not Pacquiao, it's Gutierrez. After that fight, I can't even cough.
Huh?
I cough like because my ribs. The guy really
was he giving you body punches?
He really worked on me. He worked on my body, and anytime he's going to my body, he hit me hard to extend that he realized that there's so much at stake, because it was my first fight on HBO.
Yeah.
So I have to sell myself for the
world.
For the world. So it's kind of very tough. And the guy was 25-0, 18 knockouts. So it was very, very tough fight. After that fight, trust me, I sat in my hotel room. I was like, oh, this game is not a joke, because I was feeling pains all over. It took me, I even pee blood.
What?
A pure red blood after the fight. That fight was really hell. So, but you know, after that fight, I got a Margarito world title, and it was really hell.
What was it like for you to finally win a world title? Because earlier you mentioned that that is also your master's or your degree in boxing.
I fought with enemy. Enemy is Zabjuda. Zabjuda threatened me with gun, because I mentioned his name after fight that I want like a call out.
Yeah.
I wanted to fight with Zabjuda. So that I was an undisputed welterweight champion.
Okay.
So it wasn't go well with him, and he came to the gym. I think we didn't go to gym on Monday, and then Tuesday we went to gym. When we got to the gym, at the entrance, we saw a lot of cars parking. So I asked my trainer, Kwame Asante, what is going on here? Or maybe they're shooting a video. But when we climbed to the upstairs, we realized that we saw Zabjuda and his boys. So as soon as he saw me, he said, as I saw him, I said, oh, this is Zabjuda. Like I was saying in my head.
Yeah.
And it was like, do I want to spy? I said, do I want to spy for what? He said, you don't want to spy? I'll pay you. How much you want? I said, I don't need your money. If you want us to fight, let's fight real fight. You're undisputed champion. I wanted to fight you. I know I can beat you. So let's fight. He said, what you talking about? You don't want to spy me, you calling me out. And I said, if I call you, so what? So because of that, we started arguing. Then he put gun. So the gym people that they are in the gym, they came and they was like, oh, you should come down, not kind of. That time I was even talking to, when he pulled a gun, I was still talking, but where my heart is, point of death. Because these guys, they don't respect you. They can shoot to claw dead. So I just wanted to go out just to run. Now we were in Brooklyn, we have to go to Bronx. So I told the trainer that Asante, when we decided to go off from the gym, go home. I told Asante, let's leave this place fast. These guys, they don't respect you. Since that, I never stepped my foot on that gym. 4 years time.
I can't die now.
Because I escaped from them. 4 years time, I was the #1 because I fought Shamoni Avres for the elimination #1 spot, and Zabjuda was the second. And Kemesitro scared to fight me, so he vacated the title. So #1 and #2 have to fight. So it was me and Zabjuda. When they made the fight, I made an interview that I wanted to fight this guy so bad because he did something to me 4 years ago. When we went to the press conference in Las Vegas, he was like, he used to spar with me. He always beat me up. He's gonna stop me in this fight. I said, let me tell you something. It's not me that you used to spar. It was my senior brother Emmanuel was the one that I'm Joshua, and he was like, are you not the one that I used to spy in Greece? I said, you never spy with me before. I was the one that you threatened me with the gun. Then I realized that Ware is in danger. And he said he's still going to beat me, so he's going to give me rim. He sells rim. So he's going to give me 4 pieces of rim if I won the fight. And if he beats me, I have to walk from Las Vegas to Bronx. And I said, okay, then it's a deal. I beat him up bad to extent that he did not give me the rim.
And you've already spoken about the 2 fights that has made you money, despite fighting as many as 47 times, if my mathematics are right. But Joshua, tell me, there were so many interesting stories about that fight against Manny Pacquiao. At what point did you decide that you were going to fight Pacquiao? Because at that point, he was at the peak of his career as well.
Well, that was the time that I'm fearless. I don't scare nobody. I wanted to fight everybody. I used to call their name. But that time Pacquiao was not there. I used to call Shamosley, Oscar De La Hoya. I wanted to fight those kind of people because I wanted to make my name, fight them. But the thing is, the Pacquiao fight came through because my fight with Miguel Cotto. They know I won that fight and they robbed me. So when Pacquiao and Mayweather was negotiating, it was taking time. And the day that it fits for Pacquiao to fight was going. So they realized that they have to give the fight to Joshua because Pacquiao beat up Cotto badly. And I fought with Cotto, they felt I won. So they gave me that fight. It was 7 weeks notice. And I was even in Ghana when they called me and told me that this is another. In the first place, I read it on Boxing Scene. And they called me, the manager called me and said no kind of that. But that fight, right, I think I end my career too early because of maybe the Pacquiao fight. What happened? Because the manager is getting 33%, and the 33% is killing me.
You couldn't have renegotiated that figure?
I renegotiated with him, and I wanted him to take 25.
Even 25 was still on the high.
It's still high. He locked the contract that if I make $100,000, that means the money that he gives me will cease. But his percentage, he locked it. It was the money. It was the trainer who would make me enter into all this bad contract, because I told the trainer that, Asante, let's take this contract to New York and give it to a lawyer, because me and you, we are all not lawyers. So the lawyer will take care of the contract for us and will tell us what we should do. Asante was like, oh, we should sign.
You
the man is a good man.
Gotten a Ghanaian lawyer to
anybody,
yeah.
Anybody, even somebody who knows.
Understand the legal language.
Yeah, even anybody who knows book can just understand this. But Asante fucks me, and it was like, oh, because we were in a different manager, and the manager wanted me to stop with Asante to go to a proper trainer.
A different manager.
So I was like, no, I still want my trainer. So because of that, it was like we want a new manager, and we signed with that guy. So the 33%, the quarter fight, I make 430. He make $280,000. So that really hurts me.
He made almost half of your money.
Yes. So because of that, I always cry every fight. After the fight, I always cry. Look at the $30,000. He's making 33.
So terminating the contract was going to.
I took him to the commissioner. But what happened was that the commissioner, the commissioner lawyer, yes, was the lawyer for the manager. So it was like
you went to the wrong place. So you're coming to report me to my father.
Exactly. So I said everything that was good. We signed a contract at his office. So the contract is supposed to be null and void. They have to terminate the contract because they know we didn't sign the contract in front of the commissioner. And in law, you have to sign the contract in the commissioner. They said, oh, they still respect the contract is valid. They have to honor the contract, and so that means 3 more years.
So you were afraid of sanctions?
Well, no.
If you terminate the contract, certain times it comes with sanctions, penalties.
Well, they were always gonna come and get their percentage. They were always gonna get it because the commissioner said they respect the contract. That's why I said those that we go to outside as a boxers to fight. It's not easy for us. They never respect us. They never give you chance. When you mess up,
you have to make your own chance.
Exactly. When you mess up one, they will take you off from the line. Because initially, class level, they don't even like you to be where you are. Look at the fighters that I fought. When I signed with Top Rank, I fought with Shamoni Avres. He was 23-0. I fought with Corrales. I fought with Zabjuda. I fought with Manny Pacquiao. I fought with Cotto. I fought with Margarito. Look at the people that I fought. They are all legends. Because the money that they will give you, they wanted you to work for it, sweat for it. So you always have to make training your friend. I can train. Nobody will tell me. Ask my trainer. I don't wait for trainers to call me to train, because that is the only thing that can make you successful. I can train. I train a lot, and I feel like I have to make it. And it gets to a time I put my name there. I fought the best. One fight that I did that was bad, people started crucifying me. But it is what it is. I never insult before. I always say sorry. The Pacquiao fight.
Yeah, exactly where I'm coming back to.
That fight, right? The manager already accept $1 million for the payments. I came in, negotiate to 1.350. After that,
it was a fight you could have gotten more.
A fight I supposed to get like $2 million was the pay, and see what happens to the pay-per-view. The pay-per-view, he have negotiated. It was $100 pay-per-view. Each view was $100. He have negotiated for me for only $3. And the $3 too, he have make it like after 30,000 buyers, and after 300,000 buyers, 300,000.
So you were basically fighting for free.
So if only 300,000 people bought the pay-per-view, I will not get nothing. If 301, then I'll get $3.
$3.
Why are you gonna do that? I negotiated and they said no. If I don't take the fight, I should go. So I took the fight, and the manager is making 33% in all pay-per-view, including the fight money. When I finish the fight, I'm making $85,000. The manager is making $53,000 in the night. The pay-per-view, the first pay-per-view that come $700,000. The manager make almost like 300 plus. So the
do you regret these things? Do you regret some of these things you did?
I regret signing with that manager. I regret signing with that manager. I regret listening to that trainer who told me to sign that contract. And because of that, I started becoming a strong person. I started becoming, you cannot talk for me. It's me who will make the final decision. So no trainer in this world will make a decision for me. Never, ever.